Yesterday, I was invited along to London to the Hyundai Drive Different test. This is where my driving skills were pitted against a petrol and electric version of the Hyundai Kona. Inside each car was a raft of technology additional to a standard car, which was monitoring my eye movement, my face movement, the grip on the steering wheel, and my heart rate. The first test, I drove the petrol car around Finsbury Park, where I managed, I think, a top speed of about 13 miles an hour, or an average speed of about 13 miles an hour. We drove for about half an hour. And during that time, as you would driving in any busy place, there were different traffic conditions which I had to deal with. And all of that was recorded. The second part of the test was driving the Hyundai Kona Electric, which is a very, very similar vehicle. The petrol engine Kona was manual gearbox, whereas the electric Kona was fully automatic. It's a single speed car, so you're literally putting it in drive and then driving based on accelerator and brake. Very, very simple to drive, very, very smooth, lovely, lovely car, and extremely quiet. I did note to Flora during the drives that just simply the calmness of the car is made more by the fact that it's so quiet to drive. And I think that does help. You get a very serene experience, a very calming experience driving an electric car. And I found that yesterday, even in a very busy place such as Finsbury Park in London. So what did my Drive Different test measure? Well, for both cars, it tested my awareness, or it measured my awareness. It measured my ability, my confidence, the efficiency in which I drove, and my calmness, which was measured by the grip on the steering wheel and the heart rate monitor. Both tests took about 25 minutes. Very bright, sunny day, quite busy, and the weather was lovely. Nice conditions. Average speed, as I said, was between 12 and 13 miles an hour. So when I compare my results, well, both cars were really nice to drive, and that shows on the results. My awareness was rated quite high. My ability on both cars was high. My confidence was more in the electric car. And obviously my efficiency was greatly improved in an electric car, whereas in a manual petrol you're changing gear the whole time when you're stopping and starting. Calmness, it considered I was much calmer in the petrol car than I was in the electric, or slightly calmer. But that's because it's quite busy in Finsbury Park and there were closed roads and we had to do 3-point turns and all things like that. To summarise, it says my standard driving profile says that others could learn a thing or two from you, you measured motorist. You view driving as purely functional and keep a relaxed attitude throughout. You're just getting from place to place, so why get riled up? Warm and sensitive to other drivers, you process stress well and drive calmly. You follow the speed limit and while confident with your driving, do not manoeuvre aggressively. Kumbayas all round. When it measured my eco-driving profile, it says, the past is in your rearview mirror and you're ready to accelerate into 2040. As more electric cars hit the road, you're more than ready to meet the challenge and drive clean, with particular penchant for eco-mobility vehicles. You're confident and very efficient, and there's a marked improvement in your ability when you drive an alternative fuel vehicle.